Hey everyone, let's discuss how our podcast can boost your English skills. Listening to our episodes helps you pick up natural speech patterns and pronunciation, making English more familiar. We also introduce new words and phrases related to various topics, helping you expand your vocabulary effectively. Plus, our podcasts present well-structured sentences that enhance your grasp of grammar and sentence construction in English through passive learning. Listening to different accents and clear pronunciation in our episodes can help non-native speakers sound more natural when speaking English. Lastly, our podcast covers topics that provide real-life context, improving your overall comprehension and ability to use English in everyday situations.
Hi everyone, welcome back to our podcast. Today we're talking about something important: job versus business. This is something many people think about. We have John with us today. He has worked in jobs and has also started his own business. Hi John, welcome to the show.
Hi Sarah, thanks for having me. I'm excited to talk about this with you and your listeners.
Let's start by explaining what it means to have a job and what it means to run a business. Can you help us with that, John?
Sure, Sarah. When you have a job, you work for a company. You follow their rules and get paid regularly. Your tasks are usually clear, and your working hours are set. Running a business is different. You make all the decisions, take on more risks, and your income depends on how well the business does. You can decide your own hours, but you might work longer, especially at the start.
That's a good start. Let's talk more about this. What kinds of jobs can people have, and what types of businesses can they start?
There are many kinds of jobs. You might work in an office from 9 to 5, or you could work for the government, which often has stable jobs but might pay less. You could also be a freelancer, choosing your own projects and clients. For businesses, there are many options too. You could open a store, start an online shop, offer consulting services, or even start a manufacturing business. Each type has its own challenges and rewards.
Interesting. What are some good things about having a job?
Jobs give you stability. You know when you'll get paid and how much, which makes planning easier. Most jobs also offer benefits like health insurance, retirement plans, and paid holidays. Plus, when you leave work, you don't have to think about it until the next day, which helps with stress and balance.
That sounds good. But what are the bad sides of having a job?
One big downside is limited income. Your salary might be capped, and raises or promotions can be hard to get. Jobs can also be less flexible with hours and location. Plus, you might have to deal with office politics and have less control over your work.
Now, what about running a business? What are the good and bad sides?
Running a business can be very rewarding. You can make a lot of money if the business does well, and you control everything. You can also set your own schedule, which is great. But it's risky. There's no guaranteed income, especially at the start. You might face financial problems and work long hours. The stress can be high because the business depends on you. It takes a lot of hard work and dedication.
That's a lot to think about. How should someone decide between a job and starting a business?
It depends on what you want. If you like stability and structure, a job might be better. If you have a great idea, like taking risks and want to be your own boss, a business might be better. Think about your financial situation too. Can you handle the risk of starting a business?
That's good advice. Can someone do both?
Yes, many people do this. Having a job gives you financial stability while you start your business on the side. It can be hard to balance both, but it's a smart way to reduce financial risk. Once your business starts making money, you can think about doing it full time.
That sounds smart. From your experience.
A common mistake is not doing enough market research. You need to know if people want your product or service. Another mistake is thinking it will be easy and quick to make money. It usually takes a lot of time and effort. Also, poor financial management can ruin a business. Keep track of expenses and have a good financial plan.
Those are good points. Can you share any success stories of people who moved from a job to a successful business?
Sure. Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx, started her business while working a full-time job. Now Spanx is a multi-million-dollar company. Steve Wozniak co-founded Apple while still working at Hewlett-Packard. These stories show that with hard work and some risk-taking, you can go from a job to a successful business. My advice is to know yourself and your goals. Whether you choose a job or a business, make sure it matches what you want in life. Don't be afraid to take smart risks and always keep learning and adapting. Both paths can be rewarding with the right mindset. Thanks for having me, Sarah. It's been great.
Thanks so much, John. This has been very helpful. I'm sure our listeners have learned a lot. And thank you, listeners, for tuning in. So, in conclusion, whether you choose a job or decide to start your own business, it's important to understand the challenges and rewards each option offers. Think about your personal goals, risk tolerance, and financial situation carefully. There's no one-size-fits-all answer. It's about finding what works best for you and being willing to adapt and learn along the way.
A topic that affects us all, social media. Whether you're scrolling through Instagram, tweeting your thoughts, or catching up with friends on Facebook, social media is a huge part of our daily lives. But is it all good? Or is there a dark side we need to be aware of? Stick around, because we're about to uncover the advantages and disadvantages of social media. Let's get started. Let's kick things off with the bright side of social media. One word: connection. Imagine this. You've just moved to a new city, and you don't know anyone. But thanks to social media, you can join local groups, find events, and connect with people who share your interests in no time. It's like having a social lifeline at your fingertips. And it's not just about staying in touch with old friends. Social media has transformed how we share information. Breaking news, health tips, or even viral cat videos, everything spreads like wildfire. During emergencies, platforms like Twitter and Facebook can be literal lifesavers, helping people find shelter, aid, and loved ones. Speaking of sharing, let's talk about business. For entrepreneurs and small businesses, social media is a game changer. Imagine starting a business from your garage and reaching customers worldwide without a huge marketing budget. That's the power of social media. Influencers and creators are making full-time careers by simply sharing their passions online. And don't forget about community and support. Social media gives a voice to the voiceless and a platform for marginalized groups. Disadvantages. First up, privacy concerns. Have you ever wondered how much of your personal life is out there? From data breaches to identity theft, sharing too much can put us at risk. It's like leaving your front door open for anyone to walk in. Another biggie is the impact on mental health. Ever caught yourself comparing your life to someone else's perfect Instagram feed? You're not alone. This constant comparison can lead to anxiety, depression, and a serious case of FOMO, fear of missing out. Easy to forget that social media often shows a highlight reel, not real life. And let's talk about addiction. Those endless scrolls and the dopamine rush from likes and comments can hook us in. Before you know it, hours have passed, productivity plummets, and we're left feeling unfulfilled. It's a slippery slope that can affect sleep, work, and relationship. Then there's the issue of misinformation. Social media can spread fake news faster than wildfire. It's crucial to fact-check and think critically about what we see online. A single post can influence opinions and actions, better or worse. So what's the takeaway here? Social media is like a powerful tool. It can build and connect, but it can also harm if used recklessly. Key is balance. Use it to stay informed and connected, but remember to unplug and enjoy the real world too. Thanks for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share your thoughts on social media with us in the comments. How do you balance the pros and cons? Until next time, stay connected, stay informed, and most importantly, stay real.